All right, we're back finishing up our decision making. This is the last of our assignment for Monday. We are continuing kind of a similar theme, page 80 and 81 in your decision making packet. So the first thing we're going to do as always is preview. So 1810. So this is a couple years after Tecumseh had a decision to make. And this time you are the Cherokee people. So not just one person in particular, but an entire Native American group. And you are struggling with a similar problem. What should we do to keep our homeland? So same idea, but a different geographic location, a different group of Native Americans struggling to keep their land, and maybe a different strategy as well. Okay, so we see a Cherokee person with a gun. So that's a hint a little bit. 1810, so we are still in the time period where the U.S. is growing and expanding, and what that means. There's consequences for Native Americans and their lands. So it's 1810. You belong to the Cherokee Nation for hundreds of years. Your people have lived here. For many years, white people have been settling on your land. So you've been there longer. More recently, white people. There has been fighting and there have been treaties. So remember, a treaty is like a legal promise. In one treaty, the American government promised that this land would be yours forever. So the United States government said, this land yours forever. But in 1802, the federal government promised to give your land to the state of Georgia. So it was promised to you, but it was also, hey, undo that. It was also then given to the state of Georgia. The government tells you that you should sell your land. So this is confusing, right? It was promised to you, then given to Georgia, and now we're saying you should sell it. If you sell, they will give you land west of the Mississippi River. So you are in Georgia. So let's just take a look at this map up here. So you are down here. And they're saying if you sell your land, you can get some money and then you just make a new home over here west of the Mississippi River. But you can see that that's quite a ways away. Sorry, come back down here. If you sell, they're going to give you land west of the Mississippi River. So keeping with that theme of the United States is growing to the west, and so Native Americans are just going to push farther west to kind of get out of the way. Some of your people say that you should sell. They being some of the people that think you should sell, say that there are many white people. If you don't sell, maybe it's a good strategy. They're just going to fight you and take your land. So you might as well get some money for it, right? If you don't, they're just going to take it. Then you'll have nothing. Others say that you should adopt the white culture, right? So maybe if you were less Native American, you could kind of live together. Adopt the white culture. Live like them. Schools, churches, towns, like theirs. So theirs is going to be, right? The idea is if you play along like the white people, like the white culture, if you act like them, if you get civilized like them, then maybe they're just going to let you stay. You should have a government like theirs. So in terms of ways that you're similar to white people, you're going to have houses, schools, churches, government. You could go to court to keep your land, right? Play their game. The court would say that the treaty gave the land to your people forever, right? If you play by the rules, if you go to court, you have proof. Then you can live here and the white people will not bother you. Still others say that the Cherokee should fight. If you do not stay and fight, they will keep coming. So the still others is another option, stay and fight. Because if you don't, they're going to keep coming. They're going to push you west and then you'll have nothing. If you fight, maybe you can stop them. Maybe the whites will stop coming. At least it is better to die fighting for your land than to give up. So it looks like the Cherokee are facing three kind of choices as to what to do. The first one is to sell, right? So at least you have money. The second one is to change your ways and to live more like the white people, and then take them to court where you can prove that the land is yours. And then the third option being, let's fight. It's a cause worth fighting for. It's better than giving up. So your questions on page 81, again, you are going to answer these in the answer key. Who are you in this story? Always a simple one. Why do you claim this land? So how long have your people lived there? How has the US government confused you? They promised it, and then they gave it to somebody else. What does the US government think you should do now? What does the state of Georgia want you to do? We got a they, theirs, where are you going to go? Why would it be good? So this is reason number 2, right? Is to act more like the white people. What's the advantage there? And then what are your 3 choices? Oh, look, I previewed them for you. So then pick your answer and then marsh-worthy sentence. And then you are done for today. Remember Zoom at 11 on Monday if you have timeline questions from last week. Thank you. Turn it off once I find the arrow so I can hit stop. Stop singing to you.